Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified 6-inch scale Action Joe Police Emergency Service Unit. I got this guy for Amazon. He'll be great for a generic police officer in your 6-inch action figure collection. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, Action Joe Police Emergency Service Unit, ESU, Emergency Service Unit. This is a G.I. Joe Legacy collection based off the old 12-inch American Hero figures. G.I. Joe Classified by Hasbro. Here he is in the package. We have tons and tons and tons of accessories, all very appropriate for a police officer. And if you're army building, you have a black and a white head for diversity and differences. We have guns, handcuffs, cup of coffee, flare gun, taser, riot helmet, baton, all kind of stuff. One side of the package, there's the police officer posed up. Other side, have a little QR code. At the back, here's the figure posed up, some other cops in the background. Here are some interchangeable parts and details. And at the bottom, there's his barcode, if it helps. So with no further ado, let's open them up. And I did get 8 of these police officer figures. The main intent, army building, police officers, police squad, Gotham City Police Department. These will be great for so many different action figure scenarios. Now I know, there's going to be people out there, oh, you bought 8 of them, that's why you couldn't get any. Well, they were available at Amazon for at least 36 hours. They sold out Big Bad Toy Store damn near immediately. They're available at Entertainment Earth for like a week. And the Fireman is plentiful all over Target stores, so I expect these guys to be about the same. Alright, now they got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. And he comes with tons of stuff, and it's all appropriate for a police officer. We have a riot shield, a shotgun, a pistol, a baton, a sort of helmet, a hat, some glasses, 2 different heads, one a black man, one a white man, a cup of coffee, a flare gun, a taser, handcuffs, and a sort of poncho. This guy has surpassed my expectations. He is fantastic. So let's take a closer look. I've been waiting this guy for a long time. Of course, this one is a black man. The hair sculpt looks really good. A little sort of mustache and beard. Got the police badge. The vest, it's got a radio on here, and you can take the top part off, although it's really hard to put back in. Holster for his pistol. I don't know if this will say state issue. He's got a watch on one hand. Looks like police on that side. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. I think his taser goes here, his baton here. I'm not sure what goes here, I haven't been able to figure that part out. He looks great. I mean, it has everything you want from a G.I. Joe Classified figure. All the articulation, all the detail, all the holsterable weapons, and even extra accessories. Very pleased. I mean, they're a little bit pricey at $34.99, but you get quite a bit for it. So, I'm very pleased. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, which I think they did a fantastic job on. The hair looks good, mustache looks good, the face looks good. It's all there. And a closer look at the white guy's face and head sculpt. He seems a little more generic. The other one seems a little more specific. I don't know, the hair, the goatee. This guy just seems like a generic white guy. If this guy had just a sort of regular fade, it'd be more of a generic black guy, but it's a little more specific. And, as I'm sure you remember from the beginning of the video, I got 8 of these guys, and couldn't help myself. Now I have 10 of them. And then here's a figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, and he comes with just so much cool stuff. So pleased with this set. Let's go ahead and start off with the heads, and we've really already sort of covered them. He has 2 heads, and I think that's very intelligent of Hasbro to do. You got the black head, you got the white head, and it gives you a variety for army building purposes. Unfortunately, the head and neck sort of come off together. I mean, you can separate them, so if you wanted to do more head swaps, it really wouldn't be a problem. Some of the G.I. Joe figures have extra heads, maybe Marvel figures, etc., they should be pretty compatible. I'm pretty cool with them as is, but if you want to go that extra step, the option is definitely there. My only sort of issue, as I said before, the white guy seems a little more sort of standard, cookie cutter, generic. The other guy, he's got the goatee and little sort of, I don't know, a little bit of curl in the hair. And it has more of a unique look, so it's not quite as good for army building purposes. Either way, I'm happy with them both. They both look fantastic. I actually think the black guy's head looks a little bit better than the white guy's head, just attention to detail. But in turn, I think the white guy head makes for a better army builder. And now for his hat and helmet. You can have him wearing a traditional police hat, sort of a street or beat cop. Or you can have him in riot gear with the riot shield, the riot helmet, and it looks like the glass part actually goes up and down. Always a nice touch. Little strap for the chin. Looks excellent. And here are both these cops wearing their hats. Fits nice and snug. Looks good. And here are these cops with the sort of police helmets, riot helmets on. In addition to looking cool like this, and you can't really see their face, so it's perfect for armor building. You can raise it up. Chin straps on. I mean, it looks fantastic. It fits perfect. Very, very pleased. Now for his poncho. Black cloth soft goods. It says police on the front. There's a front and a back. And pretty much just slides over his head. Here's the officer with his poncho on. Now let's check out his glasses and his coffee. So, we have a pair of sunglasses here. Semi-transparent lenses. Wrap around his face. And then a cup of coffee. And of course, it says Joe's. Love a little Easter egg like that. Here's the cop with his glasses on. And then here, holding his coffee. You have to stretch out his hand to put it in there, so you wouldn't want to pose him like this for long periods of time. And now let's look at his riot shield. Very cool accessory. We have a transparent, sort of plastic, bulletproof shield. It says police on the front. On the back, handle sliding on one side, and you can hold on to that piece. And then here, holding that riot shield, protecting his front. And now for his handcuffs and baton. You have a pair of handcuffs here, and they could go around a figure's wrist, but I don't see you fitting a hand through there. You probably have to put it onto a figure with removable hands. It's not, bendable. There's no actual chain there. And then the baton. Of course, you need a baton for your police officers. You can holster those handcuffs on the back. Use a second pair here and here, but I really don't like how it's hanging down, so I think I'll keep those out of there. Here's a look at two of these officers arresting somebody. I was able to pop his hands off, put the handcuffs around, and sort of put them back on. It actually looks and works pretty damn good. And here's one of the officers holding his baton. And then here, holstering the baton, he also has a flare gun and a taser. Flare gun here is all yellow. Handle is black. And then we have this taser here. And here, holding the taser and flare gun. He can also holster the taser onto his hip. And finally, for his lethal combat weapons, we have a pistol, of course. Every police officer can have a standard sidearm. And then a larger shotgun. And it actually has a removable drum with a pretty cool feature. Here are these police officers holding onto their sidearms. And then here, holstering that sidearm on the front of his vest. And here they are, holding their shotguns. They can hold them with either one hand or with two. One other cool feature, you can take this radio off his shoulder. You can see the little peg hole there. And then you can hold it as a two-way radio. Now, the worst part about this is it's really hard to get it back into that hole. Although one compliment I'll give him is on his front pouch here. They did a great job. This thing is really easy to put back into the slot properly. Sometimes that can be a serious issue. I remember the Indiana Jones figure, I could never sort of clamp down his like that. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 6.2, maybe 6.3 inches tall, which can translate to just under 16 centimeters. And for his articulation, Starting with his head. Of course, you can rotate side to side. You can't really look up very much, obstructed from the back of his vest. Down about that far. Can't tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint. Goes out about 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He's got sort of butterfly forward and back motion. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate. It's also hinged. I'm sure he's got an ab crunch here, but I can't really access it with the vest. Ball joint in his torso. Waist rather, rotate around. Forward and back. Legs. Complete as splits. He's got ball joints in there. He has drop down hips. You can see down, back up, etc. He's got a thigh cut here. Double jointed knees. A boot cut. And then his ankles, forward and back. Tilt rock. The rotation is in the boot. Very nice articulation scheme. Here's a look at these police officers on the streets of Gotham City. GCPD in front of the GCPD SWAT vans. Army building at its finest. Now let's check them out next to some of their action figures. And I'm going to show off my entire police action figure collection. My collection is predominantly Batman related, so I have a huge GCPD, Gotham City Police Department. I would say I probably have the largest police action figure collection in the 6 and 7 inch scale in the entire world. I challenge you to find a larger one. I'd be very interested to see. I love cops, army building, all kind, different varieties. So let's take a look. As you recall, I have 10 of these guys. 10 more cops from our Gotham City Police Department, and they are top-notch, excellent quality. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and then work my way larger. And let's start off with some other Hasbro police. Here they are, next to some other Hasbro cops. These are some Marvel Legends Agent U figures. Do some head swaps, and have 4 different cops. Detectives, plainclothes with police badges. And here they are, next to a couple of Toy Biz X-Men movie police officers. These are pack-in figures that came with Sabretooth, and they literally fall apart because you can rip them to shreds. Then, with an Amy Pond figure from Doctor Who, she's in her police outfit. Then, a McFarlane, Mulder, and Scully from X-Files. FBI agents can also double up as cops. And then, Agent Smith for the Matrix, another FBI agent. And now, with some Plan B toys, K9 units, and SWAT officers. And next, with even more Plan B toys, Bomb Squad, K9, SWAT. Here are these G.I. Joe cops, next to a bunch of Mattel, Dark Knight Rises Movie Master John Blake figures. Did a bunch of head swaps, have a bunch of cops. These are some of my favorites in the collection, and they look pretty good next to the G.I. Joe versions. And here they are, next to some Mattel, Movie Master, Dark Knight, Honor Guard Joker figures. Pretty much cops in dress attire. Even made a custom Foley out of these guys. Then, with a couple of Movie Master, Commissioner Gordon figures. Got a couple extras, put some heads for my fodder pile in there, made some generic detectives. And now, with some Mafex, Dark Knight, Honor Guard Joker figures, did some head swaps, more cops. Next, with some third-party, unlicensed Resident Evil cops. Here are these 2 cops, next to some figures, Toy Company, Street Cops, or Beat Cops. These guys are my most recent addition to the police force, although the Hasbro one is much better. And here they are, with 6 figures Toy Company SWAT officers. I also got these guys recently. Then, with 6 figures Toy Company State Troopers, got those with the recent Hall Police. And now, with a bunch of Dark Victory, DC Direct, Jim Gordon figures, did a bunch of head swaps, more cops. Next, with some DC Direct, Batman the Animated Series cops, we have 3 versions of Commissioner Gordon, 2 versions of Detective Bullock, and 1 of Detective Renee Montoya. Here are these G.I. Joe police officers, next to 6 NECA, RoboCop, Alex Murphy figures. This is RoboCop before he became RoboCop, when he was a Detroit police officer. And here, of course, with some actual NECA RoboCop figures. And here they are, with a bunch of custom SWAT officers based off the video game Arkham Origins. These are mostly made from wrestling figures, but some other parts as well. Then, next to 9 McFarlane DC Multiverse, White Knight Joker figures, did some head swaps, and I have 9 different members of the GTO, Gotham Terrorist Oppression Unit. I use these guys as specialized unit, an elite squad of the GCPD. And now, with some John Constantine figures by DC Direct, Mezco, Mattel, and McFarlane. And the very last figure there, I did a head swap with the McFarlane John Constantine to make a private investigator in Gotham named Jason Bard. And next, with McFarlane, Spawn, Sam, and Twitch. These are a couple of detectives from the Spawn comics, and Sam here makes a great Harvey Bullock. And of course, I have the older, smaller version of those as well. This guy was Bullock in my action figure collection a long time ago. Here are these cops, next to a Diamond Select Toys, Mulder and Scully from the X-Files revival. A little bit older, can work for some plainclothes police officers, detectives, or even FBI agents. And here they are, with a NECA Splinter Cell, and Gargoyles Elisa Mazza figures. Then, with some Super 7, Beastie Boys, Sabotage police figures. And now, with Jill Valentine and Leon Kennedy Resident Evil figures. Next, with a bunch of Commissioner Gordon figures by McFarlane, DC Direct, Mezco, and Mattel. Here are these cops, next to several different Mattel, Create a Superstar, Wrestling Roman Reigns figures. This Roman Reigns in his SWAT attire, riot gear. And here they are, with a few different NECA, Halloween, Dr. Loomis figures. Even though Dr. Loomis isn't a cop, he looks like a good detective or private eye. Then, with some McFarlane, Stranger Things, Hopper cops. One's repainted into a traditional blue and black cop, a couple head swaps, and then, on the far right, we have McFarlane, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Sheriff. And now, with some Diamond Select Toys, Battlestar Galactica figures that I use for police officers. Next, with the Diamond Select Toys, Hartigan from Sin City. He's got a police badge, trench coat, great detective. And then McFarlane, sort of police figure from We Happy Few. Looks like a Jokerized police officer. Here are these Hasbro police officers, next to a Diamond Select, Bernard from Westworld, the same actor that played Gordon in The Batman. And then Gordon and Bullock from the TV show Gotham. And here they are, with a bunch of NECA T-1000 figures from both Terminator 2 and Terminator Genesis. Then, with some NECA Terminator 2 motorcycle cops. And now, with some more unusual Terminator T-1000 figures. The first and last one look like they could be some cops frozen by Mr. Freeze, and the middle one is a color-changing T-1000. Next, with some Mattel Wrestling Elite Big Boss Man figures. Here are these cops, with some more Mattel Big Boss Man figures. These were in SWAT attire. And here they are, with some Jack-specific Big Boss Man figures. Then, with some Resident Evil zombie cops. These were great as police corpses or tortured police officers. The first two are from Palisades, and the next two are from Patriot Studios. And now, with a Mezco Reservoir Dogs tortured cop. They've went so far as to have this guy's ear removable from the scene where he got his ear cut off. And finally, here are a couple of these Hasbro G.I. Joe Emergency Forces figures, next to several different Hasbro G.I. Joe Emergency Forces firefighters. I love these Emergency Forces figures. Hope they give us a medic next. So overall, these are some absolutely fantastic police officer figures. Hasbro G.I. Joe classified figures have great quality, great articulation. These guys are sort of deluxe figures. They have fantastic accessories, interchangeable parts, different display options, the whole 9 yards. We got weapons, police accessories, radio, baton, even a cup of coffee. These guys have surpassed my expectations, and honestly, they are pretty high. Had the firefighter figure, and he's great, but these are even better. Honestly, these guys are contender of figure for the year for me. Probably not going to be figure for the year, but they're going to be pretty damn close. If I were to rate these guys, I got to give them a 9 out of 10. I am very pleased, impressed, and pretty much blown away by these figures. Nice job, Hasbro. This is a home run for sure. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.